look upon it, just know the potential of what Caladan lands could be. You really are a fortunate house. She looks to Lanus, Lanus being the sort of heir, really. He'll try to charm Lanus. Such a nice boy. Oh man, I suppose.
I'm
He's
ready to
fucking
see
phenomenal at charming people. So
I'm ready to see myself get nuked.
I am.
20, I'm hearing.
Yes, pretty much.
20 damage.
And you're amiable now.
I am amiable, which is free.
I copied the thing over there, didn't I? I think it says in this here.
It is 3.
Amiable is 3, yes.
Well, I have to take like 2 frustration to block that.
You get frustrated with his niceness. Why is he so damn nice?
It's like
My lands are not that good.
He's like too convincing.
He's just.
I don't want to disagree, but I have.
All right,
this
sure.
bad.
You could do that. So Quain will say, no. Damn, man, he's not that amazing at this. And, look towards Desmond. Doesn't want to defeat Lanus with this, and say, in addition, Lord Hand is true. If war would come, it would be because someone incited it, because someone, as the good Lord Hand would say, weren't respectful enough, were preparing for war. The act of preparing for war could cause it by itself. Surely a house such as yours would not want to be the cause of such a conflict, when we are so far from actually having one. He will try to intimidate Decim a little bit with that possibility.
Okay. No.
You're not touched by him. And he's a knight, so he's anointed. So for this turn, he will have +5 to his intrigue defense. Lanus.
You could potentially assist me, because that wouldn't take your penalty die into account, I think.
It would not, which is true. Which
I
I think
9, but yeah.
Hmm?
To assist, you basically have to get a 9 on your die.
That is true.
Can I get a 9?
I can get a 9. I still have 2 dice.
Oh boy.
Also have destiny points, which is a nice thing to have in your pocket.
It's true. Is this the same day as the previous? It's still the same day as the previous arguments, was it not?
Perhaps. Why?
Just out of curiosity, because one thing I need to keep track of is the lucky, which is per in-game day.
Oh, yes, it would be. He picked the time, so he picked sooner.
I just need to keep track of that because that's something.
Yeah, it's like in the evening.
I have the pool to work with.
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
I can't really do that.
Then trying to support me, and maybe I can kick Ambrose a little bit.
Yes. It's all well and good thinking of who you would fire that blame at, but if there is no one prepared for it, and if it's not our fault, someone else causes it, well, my uncle's ideas here, they must hold some credit, and you must consider after all, what do you currently think is the bigger issues to the realm, Uncle? Which is...
All right.
Yes, thank you.
Roll your roll, by the way, Doc.
Yep, I will give my roll in a second.
Bonuses.
All right, cool.
Yeah, you give half your rank to...
+2, have fun.
Wonderful. Decim will nod and say, well, the challenges to the realm are many indeed. I do not think Lord Dondarrion is correct for this current ambition of yours, Lord Ambrose. It is an intriguing ambition. What you would want is someone that indeed you would call friend, as you had said, and someone who is open to your views. Indeed, he nods like slightly, but also someone who are influential and well liked in the marshes. And Lord Dondarrion is somewhat of a lone type. He has kept to himself, and I do not think he would be the best one, the most influential one to lead the marshes into a new future. I think someone else should be considered, Lord Ambrose. And then he will try to convince Lord Ambrose of this.
Now, I must remind you that in this, of course, your destiny points are powerful. You do have them. And you can indeed burn them to auto-compel someone.
Yes, I know. I also have one to burn in case I actually...
In case you were dying, yes.
Yeah. So,
Speaking of which, giant shadow cat.
I mean, I can burn one, and then tomorrow you burn one, DDS, and then the day after that we bring in Bree, and she can burn, and then there we go, right? Just burn our way through this.
Power on the pile of destiny. Well,
Yeah, we could possibly. We'll see.
Well, you can do your convincing anyway.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty damn good. Yeah.
I could barely
That
do
would
better
be
than
3 degrees.
Okay, that is 15 on Lord Ambrose.
Ooh. Yeah, you used to be frustrated by that.
Also, technically, you have an additional +1, Jonas, because he'd made you amiable. So you actually get +1 bonus to persuading him.
Oh, that's true.
That's true. We're not really
like him,
anything,
so
but,
use that.
but yeah.
That's 30 then.
Yeah.
Not a bad opening result for you.
He will take a little bit of
destiny-
frustration.
Could you spend a destiny point to push? Can you push this even further with destiny at this point? Probably
But
not.
you can burn, get +5.
Yeah, no.
Let's see what you can do. You may spend a destiny point for any time to do things. If it's not your turn, though you should let other people finish their thing first. Yeah, you can get a bonus die. You can convert a bonus die into a test die.
Good.
Take a lesser action.
Question then. Could, for instance, Lanus spend a destiny point to turn one of my test die into a bonus die into a test die? Being like supportive and nodding and like putting in the right words at the right time?
Sure. If he wants to spend his destiny to do that.
Because I'm thinking, would that, if you do it for that 4, maybe that would push him over to another degree.
34.
Yeah, that would be a 34, and that might be... Will that be another degree on him?
I think that would be because we are adding the +1, which we forgot before for the disposition, and then +4. That's a +5. It's an automatic degree.
Yes.
So Lanus, you know, this is an important moment of assistance, an important moment of unity for the house.
Uh-huh.
The destiny point is being removed.
All right,
And that would be another degree and another 5 on Lord Ambrose.
All right, well, he will be more frustrated by that then. A bit furrow creates his brow. He doesn't want to think about new people. Dondarrion is perfectly fine for him. All right, well, we'll look to Decim and say, well, my Lord Decim, of course you would not just want anyone. I'm sure you can see that I have already thought of all possibilities, and that Lord Dondarrion is the best man for the job. You know him yourself, I believe, and you're his friend as well. I am a little taken aback that you would suggest this, but perhaps it is but a jest. Surely you can see why Lord Dondarrion is the better choice. He will try to convince you that it is. I mean, Lord Dondarrion is obviously the better choice here.
Uh-huh.
That's not what I want to click at all. Ugh, that was nasty penalties.
Okay. Yes, that does hit, but not with a degree.
Well,
I think
then it is but 5.
Okay, and that is 1 for me then.
That is
Okay.
2 for you, right?
2?
Yep, because you're amiable now. Because you,
That's right. He doesn't know I am, though, but I guess that doesn't matter
no,
in
not
my
for
heart of
for being
hearts, so to
influenced.
speak.
Yeah, you're actually
Okay.
kind of. He's not the worst guy.
He's not the worst guy.
We'll look over and say, my lord Hand, it would be slightly unseemly should such a choice change now. I mean, one support is something. The crown has not involved itself completely, but to support an additional candidate, and it seems like it would not be the best idea. I think you should stay with what you're trying to do. Come on, little man. Oh. Well, that didn't help anyone.
We
Linus.
have him on the defensive, Lanus. We must push.
I believe my uncle's wise words must be considered more. He has had much experience in these lands and is very familiar with all that's happened down here. I believe not. With your time you spent in Highgarden especially. So I'm sure you have quite the insight to give. After all, we must consider more options, must we not? Looking to Desmond to try and encourage him.
Mm-hmm.
Getting further assistance then.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm, all right.
And then success.
Yes, that certainly gives the +2.
All right, question, Monakai.
Huh?
Is Lord Ambrose Butterwell aware of Decim as an artist? He said he was before.
Yeah, he knows you're an
Complimented
artist.
Okay, then I will do a few things here. I will first do my free action to try to use my breeding on him to get another bonus die.
Uh-huh.
If I can do that.
Much breeding. Let's see here. You're trying to hit 4 times his will,
Mm-hmm.
which is not enough.
Okay. Well, but I am an artist, and so I will use the free bonus die I can get on a single persuasion test against someone who is familiar with my work to basically
All right,
impress
sure.
him.
Yeah.
And he
You're an
will
artist.
say,
Respect.
my Lord Hand, I am indeed an artist, as you well know. I have painted many things, and you know what they say about artists. They have an uncanny ability to see the impossible and make it reality. He smiles towards Lord Butterwell. I do indeed believe that in this case, there could be only one decent candidate for this. And it is not Lord Dondarian, it is in fact House Caladan, Lord Butterwell. You know this as well. You have seen what we can do. You know that we are well liked. We are simply the better choice. And he will try to convince Ambrose of this.
All right. You have your +2 and your bonus die.
Yep.
Artists
Should be on
making
our-
the impossible reality.
Yes.
Okay, that certainly hits for 2 degrees.
All right.
What's your damage on that?
That would be it's 5, so
10 damage.
10.
All right, he'll be slightly more frustrated with you. This is even something to discuss. Yeah, he doesn't look quite as self-assured at this point. Certainly can modify himself. Well, maybe he can get something out of this anyway. He'll look to, but I suppose that would mean that you would suggest that young Lanus or his brother would be the choice, and well, Lanus, you are a young, strong man of good age and good stock, I should say. Reminds me a lot of the princes when they were younger. Oh, the times. I'm sure you will grow up quite handsomely, and I don't think you would be ashamed to have on the seat of the marshes. But we must, of course, consider if it is seemly, if it is such a thing you would have on your reputation. I don't know. Perhaps you might be a good choice. Yes. Yeah. But would it be seemly?
Oh no. Is he threatening you?
He's trying to be, he's trying to be nice to you. He thinks you're a good choice. You can do it, but maybe not. Maybe you shouldn't push so hard about this.
This is going to hurt.
He has a lot of penalty, but
he's a big dude. He's a big guy.
It was really bad last time. It was really, really bad. Oh God!
Damn. Right. You can't take enough frustration. No.
No, I can't.
Okay. Well, let's see here. You would do 20. You would reduce that by 3, so you'd be down to 17. You could take 2, which would make...
No, I can't.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, I mean, the Hand of the King thinks you might make a good Lord of the Marshes. And, well, you've been defeated by him. You're sort of out of this one. He's probably taking a little bit aback. Maybe he didn't expect that. Maybe he was a little bit like, no, I wouldn't be a good ruler ever. I shouldn't rule. It's my brother who should do that. I'd be terrible at it. But now, I mean, obviously this guy thinks it is, and so he basically increases your liking of him, defeating you with charm, by 5 disposition ranks.
I love him.
Apparently I'm affectionate towards him.
Yeah.
He is the best man alive.
Nicest man.
I like him more than I like Desert right now, apparently.
Stagger to the wayside, falling over.
Gawain looks at says, my lord, I do not think the princess would approve of such talk. It is highly unorthodox. I think going with the original idea for the crown is a better choice. Must state no. Okay. Nesm.
It is not the question of the original plan, Lord Ambrose. It is forging a new beginning, a new future for the marshes, something you yourself spoke so eloquently about. My nephew Lanus, or his brother, is excellent choices for this. And together we can forge this new future. Together it shall be bright.
Who can stop the union of the Caladans and the Butterwells?
Exactly.
All right,
Who
sure.
now stands
Like some
before
convincing or...
Yeah, this sounds like inspirational convincing.
I'm trying. Try my best.
Marry your son to the daughter of a house. Well, you want to convince or charm?
Convinced. I'm
Right.
better with convince, so I'm trying to convince.
You don't have the assistants anymore.
No, I don't. No.
You don't
Blake's
+1
bailed
like
out, but
A +1, what?
You are amiable, so you get the +1.
That's true, it's true.
Take every bonus you can get.
I will take every bonus I can get.
Yeah, I mean that's 2 degrees.
Okay, 10. Smack.
Whittling him down.
Possible frustration for this. Yeah, seems at the breaking point.
Mm-hmm.
Just take one more.
Whittling him down.
Well, true. This one's here. I can see where you're coming from, perhaps. As he sort of moves a hand to flatten out some of his frowning wrinkles. It doesn't suit him well to frown, as he looks and says, but I'm sure perhaps that in time we can discuss this more. I'm sure that we should have another conversation at some point when you have time, maybe over some tea, cakes. This was really supposed to be more of a walk to see how I might help you improve these lands and make them better and glorious. This talk is much too serious for this, and I'm sure that we should consider this a little more. Let's not be hasty, friend. As he tries to do all he can now, which is charming you.
Two. That's right.
Yes,
degrees.
looks like 2. Which would be 10. Which would be 7.
Okay, I'll take that.
You can survive.
Yes, I shall survive.
He continues doing what he has been trying to do, in trying to mollify. No, okay.
No, okay, well, does some.
Difficult to get those high rolls when you're not amazing at something. Yeah.
We'll go for the kill, or try to at least. I think we'll launch in again and say that it is not indeed an improvement for just the Caladan lands, but for the entire marshes. And surely the Lord Hand will see this. That the Caladans will indeed forge a new beginning.
That will just hit with 80 degree, but well, that'll be enough anyway. To actually convince Lord Butterwell that maybe you would be better. Though that doesn't, of course, mean that he will actually do it, but it seems like you would be the better choice after all. Yeah. Yeah, you get this point. You can't keep going. You
Lord Butterwell's like, it's all because my son betrayed me.
would help us not to come by, as it turns out.
He'll be lashed later.
All right, and you are back with the Elenius. You, of course, are not out. You're not made neutral by him, but you do fucking love him now, in a way. I mean,
I get.
You can think about what Elenius sees in this man, but he is like.
I see the money.
You like him as much as your wife at this point.
So like Lanus thinks about all the good things that have been said to him and how those don't exist, and like the hand of the king said these things to me.
Think of what he could do for you. You could put him to court, and it'd be amazing.
On the bright side, mechanically, that means I now have +5 persuasion bonus against him.
You just gush over him.
Basically. Buddy. No.
Okay,
But now you get to have the initiative.
Right.
You get to choose how many people do you want to participate, and where do you want to happen. What circumstance?
What do you think? 3? So we have the prince in?
We should bring the prince in now, that we sort of have a little bit of momentum.
See if we can push for a second point.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. This will be the end of this day, actually. What do you think of it? Yeah, we might go and see what Nima's up to for a little bit, so that she gets to things too. Because she wanted to actually catch up to Halen on the road. Where are you, Halen? Get in here.
I don't know why he went.
Halen? Oh, there, he's hiding behind Dark's permanent arrow.
Sorry, I can't.
Oh, that's so Halen.
Sure, he has a horse too, but
I'm gonna approach him when.
how is Nima dressed? If you look here, he's basically it's in the forest in Caladan lands. He's riding homewards. He has a teacher with him. The teacher is with him.
Well, they are gonna camp at some point, right?
Sure, they're probably gonna stop at a small inn, small tavern. Way.
Noble suck. Camp out in the open. It's much more fun. Fine, she'll just approach them, and he will be dressed as in the picture.
Right, we'll go up to them in the tavern. Sure. He'll then has his.
Nah, not in the tavern. I'll wear this just those two.
Okay, so outside at some point, ambushing them.
Yeah.
All right. When you step out, the shadows.
Now, I'm riding on a horse. I don't think my horse has any sneaking shoes on. Oops.
No, but
horseshoe of sneaking.
yeah, I want to catch them alone at some point. Regardless, how does Nima approach them? What's the plan here? What's going on?
Well, she'll just ride up to and step off the horse.
Let's say the teacher is still inside the tavern. Helen's come out for some reason. He has been waiting out there.
All right, let's do that. Nima will ride up, get off the horse, walk over to Halen, and bow and say, "My lord, what a peculiar place to meet you."
He frowns slightly and says, "Is it? I would be more interested to know why you are here. It seems like a peculiar timing that you would show up right as I would be at this place."
I'm hunting.
He looks at Nima's things. Would you do deception?
She does have a sword. No, wait,
Yes,
she doesn't. Oh, wait, she doesn't.
Would you do a deception check?
I'm not trying to deceive him.
But you're not hunting in the traditional sense of the word.
No. I can try to deceive him if you want.
That is, you're trying to be deceitful, I would argue. Because you're not really hunting. Right? That's not why you're here.
I am hunting.
You're not being completely truthful. Of no, I was spying on you.
I am hunting him.
Is that what Nima said?
No, I just said I'm hunting.
Yeah.
Can I use my act?
Bluff.
I don't have bluff. I just have act.
He gets to try to empathy you.
Sure, you can empathy me. You're not very good at it, are you, darling?
Nodding.
That's decent.
She says, "I see. Very well then. Should carry on."
A moment, my lord.
Sort of ways to walk on and says, "Oh, so there was something you wanted from me then?"
Seeing you here alone makes me wonder, do you know who I am?
Yes, you are the teacher of my younger sister, a mercenary brought over from Bravos, I've been told. Though I have not taken time to speak in depth about whatever you do, it seemed unimportant. I have many things to take care of. Now, why would you ask such a question, I wonder? Do you feel that you have not been appreciated enough?
I'm not here to be...
I had plans for you, you understand?
Yeah, something about using me against Bree.
He frowns slightly. Says, "Who told you that?"
I don't need to be told to know.
Westland says, "Well, I suppose I will not have to explain the plan to you then. But I've been told of what sort of skills you possess, and I think," he sort of frowns slightly, "I think I might need someone like you soon."
For what, I wonder? Who do you want?
There's someone, he looks around and says, "We shouldn't speak of this here, but there's someone whom I need rid of."
I see.
Regardless, if you had any real questions for me then, that shall be the discussion here.
I do, actually.
Frowned.
It's
says,
back,
"Unseemly."
it's back to the original question. Who I am. I am Nima, Ryan. Your family saved me. from torture. I am in a great debt to your family. And I am in the service of your family, which is the main reason I am here.
Here?
Westeros.
Oh.
Yeah, it seems you want to hurt your own family for me. I do not appreciate that. Your family means a lot to me. You
Then
included.
you do not understand. Sometimes a child needs someone with a rough hand in order for them to improve. Too much freedom creates a lack of discipline. I'm sure you would understand such things. As to you fearing for your own well-being, I do intend to send you away, but I do intend to send you away with a mission. Let not the child know of that, naturally. If she believes that you are a hostage, so much the better.
Send me away permanently?
No, for a time. Until you've done what I need of you.
Helen.
It is my lord to you.
When I came to your castle, Bree was a shell. I didn't even talk to her. She came to me. She was so broken from all the tortures she's been through. She wished that you came and saved her, but you didn't. Lannis didn't. No one came to save her. Can you...
Can I imagine how that would feel?
Could you imagine
Yes.
what that would make of you?
Yes. I do not believe this is appropriate talk for you to bring to me, as your lord, but to enlighten you, yes, I can. I as well waited many nights when I was young, when I was taken from my home, when no one came to save me.
Were you beaten?
I do not think that is an appropriate topic for our discussion.
Were you tortured?
Yes.
Bree was beaten and tortured.
I know. That does not mean that I will let her down.
You are letting
She's
her
my
down.
family, and she needs someone who can take control of her, even if it is not something she likes. This is what she needs. This is good for her. I thought you would understand.
Bree means a lot to me, more than you could even ever know. Bree saved me, and I do not regret what I've learned her, and I'm not ashamed of it. I would take every beating for Bree.
Good. It may come to that if she does not improve. The hope is that she will soon understand that even if it is hard, even if life seems unfair.
How about you show her some love?
As I understand, that is what she has been given from this family so far, and it has improved nothing. This world does not do well to loving people. There are those who try, and they fail. You do not hear of many kings or queens or lords who marry for love, and those who do generally are faded and forgotten. I do not want our house to be faded and forgotten. I owe it more than that, and I've returned to make sure that we will stand long and strong. I will not live forever, and I will not stay here forever, but when I leave, I intend to leave my house in a state.
Where are you going?
Should you interrupt him? I have already said too much. He's back a little bit.
If you love your family, then do something instead of working against them.
I am doing all that I can.
You're working against them.
They simply do not trust me. They will learn when they see the results. They may not like it, but it is for the best.
You're threatening to beat Bree, but how would that make them trust you even more?
Would never raise a hand against the girl.
No, not you, is it? But it's you who's giving the order, isn't it?
To have her hurt? Never. I do not know who has told you such a thing, but it is preposterous.
Don't you think she's gonna get hurt when she sees that I'm getting a beating for her disobedience?
I thought you said that you would gladly take it to
I
improve
would.
her.
I would take it so she wouldn't have to.
Then I shall make it your duty to make sure that she accepts that as reality.
You're hurting her. You're hurting her through me, and I would not allow that.
Sadly for you, it is not your decision. Regardless, what I'm doing is the only way to save her. She is so far gone, but the 7 teach us never to give up.
If you would open your eyes and see what amazing person Bree is. But your eyes are so closed.
She could be so much more. Her life now will be one of faded. She will never marry. She will never have kids. She will grow old at the keep, doing nothing, meaning little to the world. Her fate will be slow. A death, a dying, a life without accomplishing anything, or reaching, or doing anything. There is no future in that. Not in this world. Things are not ideal, perhaps. In an ideal world, she could be whatever she liked.
You're reducing her to so much.
That is not me, that is the world we live in. I am simply preparing her to live in it.
I think you really haven't seen Bree for who she is.
That would only make this more difficult.
Which makes you a monster.
Francis, the world is monstrous. Welcome to it. If you cannot handle it, perhaps you should return to the free cities. There, I believe, they have a different kind of monstrosity.
Don't talk to me about being evil or monsters.
I shall not then.
I was
Good luck with your hunt.
I will protect the Caladan family, no matter what comes to destroy it.
That is what I expect from our soldiers,
I'm not a soldier.
from our employees. Regardless, I shall think of the task I have for you. I did not understand you were so emotionally invested in all of this. Perhaps there would be another who could do this. Says, walks closer and says, I understand you care a lot for the girl. And don't you think that teaching her that she can do and be however she like, in a world where that is not true, will in the end hurt her more than simply hating me, but becoming a person that this world might accept?
No.
She may not like it, but in the end it is what she needs.
What I see is that you're digging a hole and you're going further and further down. That's what you're doing to yourself.
He frowns. That does not make any sense. I had hoped that you would aid me in this, and you will. I hope you are not one to betray your duty.
I never betray my duty.
Good. You shall escort me back. This hunting business cannot be so important that you will deny such an order.
Of course not.
Good. We shall sleep here tonight. Be ready to ride in the morning.
Of course, my lord.
I'll go and get his
So do you want me to kill him?
water and his porridge.
Oh, look at us. This is my last chance to kill him. Do you want me to? Nina would totally do it.
I think that's up to Nima.
How is Nima feeling about him right now?
She hates him. You know what? Desmond gave me the poison so I could use it. I just feel that it's not me only to decide.
Well, what were Nima's orders?
Find out what he was doing, and if I get the chance, kill him, I think. Can you?
I would certainly say, Tina, that from like a player perspective, none of us as players are opposed to seeing Halen die. If you want to pursue attacking Halen, then I think you are more than welcome to. Just like Dark pursued attempting to woo Halen some sessions ago. If this helps to further the story of Nima, none of the players have raised any objections for it. If you do have an objection with Tina taking an initiative, then I think anyone would have said it by now.
Yeah, I think so too. I do remember most people voting for the Halen must die option as well.
I think I was the only one who opposed.
I said I was ambivalent towards it. If you could, if this is like you wanted to pursue this, and keep going for it, Tina.
It was the only reason I voted against it was because I wanted to know what the business with the whole with the peak.
Right.
That was the main reason, but Nima would kill him.
All right then. None of us have raised any objections. I fully support your decision to go through with it. Go for it.
If it's what Nima would do, go for it.
It's not only that, but it's like none of the other players are offended by you doing that too.
No, I'm fine with it.
Well, the next time Hayden wants more to drink, that water would poison him.
Right. How would you put something in the water then without anyone noticing? Is there some sort of check we could involve with that?
Acrobatics?
Sleight of hand might be better.
I don't think there is a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand would be part of thievery.
Yeah. Do you have thievery?
I only have 3 in thievery.
Probably you could bluff and have that he only bluff the bar people that he will only have it delivered by you. You could act like a barmaid getting it. You have a lot of.
That's deception. If I guess this.
Yeah. I don't know how acrobatics would work basically.
Yeah,
like jumping and doing that would make people not really want to give him the water or someone.
I will try to deceive the barmaid that he only wants it delivered by me.
All right, be bluffing then.
I thought it was deception.
Yes, deception bluff.
Yeah.
Why does it never act?
Acting is when you act like a barmaid and try to give it to him.
I still have.
You're pretending to be someone who you are not really. What it finds us.
I'm really. when it comes
Deceiving,
to
you're
it,
just lying to people. Bluffing.
And
Here is the
will,
delicious water, my lord.
I will use my destiny point.
Oh, okay. To do what?
Not burn it.
Yeah.
But I want to succeed this.
All right. So let's see here. You want to feed him poison, and now it is worth noting that the poison might not kill him. You could use the destiny point later if he drinks the poison to make it worse for him.
It's basilisk blood. He's gonna claw whoever is closest to him.
All right. If you believe that's a thing, then yeah, you can certainly you can make one of your bonus dice into a test die, or you can convert, or you can gain a bonus die, basically.
Yeah, well, she doesn't have any things in bluff.
Well, then you can have one more. Have a bonus die.
Yeah, so she can either have one, or the alternative, of course, is possibly if Halen's going to try awarenessing against you, you could always spend it to give him a penalty on that.
You know what? If you spend the point, I'd say that it's like you can probably just have a minor detail being that his water bottle broke and he asks for a swig of yours, and not have to lie to anyone.
Okay, sure, I'll do that.
Because that seems like a minor enough thing to be possible for that. All right, then. Sure. So let's see. What are you trying to infect him with? What thing have you put in his thing? Beforehand. All right.
Only
then
a minor
a dose of that. Let's see here. Basilisk blood have a frequency of 1 per 5 minutes. No one's really around to diagnose it. What do you plan to do with the teacher?
Let the teacher be near him when it happens.
Okay.
Frame him.
Sure.
Hearing.
They do.
No, the teacher's gonna get
right
clawed.
next to each other.
Well, how about this? If
I let Halen be close to the teacher, Halen is gonna freak out and attack the nearest, which I want to be that teacher.
Let's see here. So basically, you want to give him the water and then be like, "I will scout ahead, my lord."
Mm-hmm.
All right, sure. A little suspicious, but whatever. It's water. You wouldn't betray your duty.
No.
God-fearing person, that's all.
But sure, if I can frame him, I will.
But let's see here, because he's an important person too. So basically, the toxicity, I believe, is the number of dice this thing attacks with. No. No, that's the number of times it attacks. Okay, virulence is the number of attack. Oof, that's a lot. Well, you have the poison, so you roll 6 dice for the poison's attack, basically.
Why don't you use Nima as or just
Use Nima. That's fine. Doesn't.
So 6 dice.
Yep, 6 test dice. 4 because of the basilisk blood.
How many degrees of success?
Okay, and it is going. Poison goes against a constant toughness, right? Is that not how it works?
it goes against your endurance, passive endurance.
Passive endurance. Well, sad for Halen that he's not the most durable person ever.
It's the only reason I brought it up during the combat with the Red Adder is because of Alaric's high endurance.
So yes, that would be 3 degrees of poisoning.
The Basilisk bug imposes -1 dice of cunning per successful attack, and an additional -1 for each 2 extra degrees. So that's -2 cunning dice. He loses the first round.
2 cunning dice. Okay. That's not doing.
If he loses all of them, he dies.
Let's see his cunning. Cunning. Okay. All right. Yeah. And is there an additional effect to it?
He goes crazy.
Yeah, while Basilisk bug is in the system, you make a challenging 9 will test or attack the closest creature.
Which I want to be that guy. The teacher.
Actually, that's more than that. But he succeeds his will to not attack the person.
Okay.
Yeah, he simply drinks it, and then it happens after 5 minutes or so in his system. He begins to move a hand to his head and begin to just and you see a little foam by his mouth. Well, I guess you're like a distance away now. So would Nima stay within sight or hearing, or?
Yeah, I want to frame the teacher now. Since you didn't attack him.
Or at least kill the teacher off. I mean, you know, if you...
Possibly.
Yeah.
Well, in that case,
Sits there and then just begins to like cough and
Well, when Nima hears him coughing, she's gonna
Shake
come
slightly
running
and-
back, like acts like she's. What's wrong, my lord? And
he will look at Nima and he knows that Nima did this. He says, "You have." He takes his hands. He says, "You." Quickly, he looks at the teacher. I need help. It's poison.
When he
And
says
the
poison,
teacher.
Nima takes out the dagger and stabs the teacher.
All right, yeah, he's like a dude.
And smiles at Halen.
Just roll your attack for the measure of it. See how you murder or stab the teacher.
Does she get an extra test die for the surprise of it?
Yes, he's like, what the shit's happening? I don't even have a weapon. I'm supposed to teach children about stuff, antidotes.
You don't punish my kid.
Well, murder people. All right,
It's for the. Yeah.
You're
have your
muted.
attack roll.
It's for the.
Tina, you're muted.
Like a green halo for being. You're very quiet. You should probably.
We
Barely hear you. It does sound like we're hearing you mainly from Manakai's mic.
I'll try to.
I really need a new headset.
Maybe you can turn it up in Skype or something. But do your attack roll.
It says 43B plus 1. What is the 3B?
That's bonus dice.
Oh, I have 3 bonus dice.
Well, you're good at fencing, right?
I am. And a plus 1 apparently.
It's Castle Forged.
Yeah, it's casual.
Right. So you what? Yeah. I mean, what damage do you do with it?
Let's see. My agility is 4.
Right. Well, then you kill him. Right then and there. He just stabs him in the back or throat or.
Throat.
Right. The blood splatters all over Halen's face. As he looks at it, sort of more foam beginning to form. His eyes begin to grow bloodshot.
And he smiles and bows over him. No one hurts my girl. No one. Not even you.
He closes his eyes and he begins to pray.
The gods have no
Strength.
mercy, Halen. That's why they're gods. Only death is waiting for you. And when she, wipes the dagger, puts it in near Halen, to make him think that he did it. He went crazy and attacked the teacher with the dagger.
You might want to wait for him to die first.
Well, I will.
You're not going to leave after doing a cool speech. Leaving him in the dust behind.
But what
I'll
kind of
just-
assassin would she be if somehow Halen survives
Yeah,
all of this?
I
Let's
don't want
confirm
him
the
to
kill.
die.
Yeah, terribly dramatic.
You know what?
Well, yeah, I mean, you have 5 minutes before this thing's going to do anything else to him, so.
Oh, this is
He will stand after praying, and he will draw his sword.
Nima smiles.
And he will move to attack Nima.
Nima will do the stance.
Sure, but we will do initiative first.
Sure.
That is quickness test.
Agility, quickness.
Agility, yeah.
This is big armor.
Which I presume Nima is pretty quick.
I am very quick, yeah. Can I use acrobatics to this?
No.
No, it is quickness. Agility,
Oh.
quickness.
Apparently his prayers, though, did ready him up for battle.
Well,
crucifix.
not good enough.
They tried.
They tried with a triple
Has
six.
her dagger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nima will do the stand, so she has 23 combat defense.
Okay.
And she'll look at him and keep taunting him with his so precious gods. Except that the only god who's ever gonna come for him is death.
She's not gonna attack. No.
No. She's
Okay.
gonna taunt him.
Well, he'll certainly attack her. That's no problem. He is pious, and he will use his piety for this.
By the
Blasphemer!
Strike at her.
Wow, he actually did.
The
He is
strength
not
of the warrior within his arms. He swings his blade against Nima.
What about the negatives he gets from the poison?
That is not to attacking anything.
It's not to
He's
attack.
quite adept. He's just not as smart. He is pretty smart though. So he is not a dying from brain him. Yeah.
His brain's gonna scramble.
Eventually, perhaps. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I don't mind
pretty.
getting. It is. I have 23 combat
So that is
defense.
1 degree. Let's see what damage he deals with that weapon. He deals 5.
How much?
An armor rating of 1, so that is 4 damage to you.
Sure, it's fine. 9 out of. Wait, what? I removed it.
Alright. You make an attack then.
Continues to do this dance. It seems the only one who's gonna miss you is your dear lover Gormy. I always figured you two were meant for each other. And continuing the stance.
one thing that is technically a thing. I think Nima is actually quicker than him, which means you could actually just stay out of his reach.
If he hurts me, I don't mind that. I can use that against him. He went crazy. I don't know
Sure.
what happened.
He will stand here and he will raise his blade once more and towards Nima. And inside, he begins to see the anger from the poison basically flowing through his veins. He stands there, looking like a pretty true knight of Westeros. He raises his sword, ready to do this thing. He will burn his destiny point to convert all his bonus dice into test dice on this attack.
This is his destiny.
Failed.
That's a pretty shitty roll, yeah.
Halen, you failed.
He swings out with his blade. It what does it even do? It jumps over it, or
Sure. Does a back flip and looks at him. Takes the mask off. So he can see what she looks like. And smiles at him.
he's not smiling, not at all.
No. I've been looking at you all this time, Halen. What is going on?
I think that's the second time an NPC's like destiny burn, like hopes and dreams have just been like crushed by
I just follow you and keep pretending that I actually want to help you. But suddenly you just go berserk and try to attack me. What is going on, Halen? You just killed the teacher. Why would you do that?
Lies. The Seven does not approve of such things. You are wicked, and you have turned my family into wicked people. Who told you to do this? Who made you do it? It was Decim, wasn't it?
Decim. Halen. It was death. Death whispered to me.
Foul foreigner. Your words are as empty as your future. The gods will have you for this. Such a betrayal of loyalty is not unpunished. She will strike out.
Well,
Just did.
Well, yeah, but you just taunt him again, right?
Yeah, I suppose. Just miss.
No, you just can't do it.
Steps away. This foul man keeps hurting me. I need help. I don't know what's going on. Keeps taunting him. Halen, there is no gods. The only god there is out there is death. And he will take you to him. I'll take you to him. Don't worry.
Gotta say that throughout this time, 5 minutes have gone by now. So if you would do another poison attack.
6 dice, please.
Yep. Okay, that is 2 degrees.
They have to be 2 more dice. Oh, 2 degrees. He loses 1 more dice.
All right. He loses 1 more die. And he has to do another will test.
Yes. I said if he reaches 0, then of course.
Yes, he can hold himself. Well, actually, he won't. He'll just fucking attack you anyway, right?
Just he won't go feral.
Yeah. As he moves up, he can swing his blade. I'll do another attack, and if he misses with that, we'll basically say that the email's just too fast at this point for him to actually hit you. Because that does indeed seem to be the thing. He's just not good enough to.
I mean, how is he supposed to fight with permanent brain damage?
He needs
He
like.
hits? No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
He doesn't know because he's 23.
Yes. Got the
He's like
first
jumping
hit in,
over the sword and whatnot.
Acrobatic defense.
Yeah.
Why would you hurt an innocent
He
woman?
cannot hit you. So now I suppose to you will keep taunting him then. I imagine. But there's no battle here because he can't actually harm you. He's not good enough for that. He's better at defending himself than attacking you.
Can I basically just since I am so quick, can I basically take the sword from him, throw him away, and just punch him in the ground?
That would be a different kind. Then you begin engaging with him.
Nah.
Grappling, basically.
I'll just keep dancing around him and telling him how he's going
then
to
I
die.
think you should roll the last poison attack, as it is. There's only 1 more.
Come on.
That, 2 degrees again.
2 degrees is another dice lost.
And that would... let's see what the description is when you go to 0 dice.
He had the brain hemorrhage.
Yeah. I suppose that means that you simply... Like, his eyes are completely red at this point. Like, basically, like, blood is beginning to form at the lower parts of them. His nose is dripping blood. You see his ears trickle out a little bit. He's sort of... His hands and arms and legs are shaking as he's like at this point like kneeling down with the sword, feebly in his hands, just holding it tightly. You see a few tears mixed with the blood as they run down his face. He shakes his head, furious beyond belief, clearly, and at this complete inability to do anything. Like he can't even touch you.
No.
Give it everything. The gods weren't there. The gods aren't real. They're. It's all wrong. It's all fake. Everything is fake. So he's lived his life in a lie.
No, Nima will
Is
spend
what he is understood at this point. And well,
before he closes his eyes to die. Nima will.
oh, this is immediate, basically. As
No,
she sees, like, at this point, just like
Nima
his
will-
eyes roll up and just
No,
like
yeah,
his
before
mouth
that.
opens and blood just rushes out and he just like falls down to the dirt completely, like his face is completely like bluish red as blood has just collected in his head, and it's just running out of basically every facial orifice, ears, eyes, mouth, nose, just running as his basically all the blood vessels in his brain and skin up there begins to crack and just they chew full of blood and they explode and he's dead. The brain is dead. Body twitches slightly.
Nima opens up his shirt
Sure.
and with the dagger writes, "Lanus is next," and leaves another vulture on
Holy fuck!
on his belly button.
Yes.
Fucking used his skin as a canvas. Oh my god.
If this doesn't bring us,
This campaign is fucked up. I can't hang out with any of you people anymore.
We all remember
We can hang out
Thor
in
actually
the night,
ineffable, Grimith. It's
We can hang out.
right. Does she lick the knife?
no, don't lick it.
Okay, I was
Don't.
just about to have you roll.
Rise up
Hmm.
his perspective
All right, sure.
and cuts the face of.
All right, sure.
You know what? Let's go all full face snatch. He's gonna put his hands in his face.
All right, sure.
And
It's not like there's such a thing as like fingerprints. If that's what you're thinking. It's not really a thing people do.
That's just how I.
Sure, you can be creepy and remove the hands. I mean, that's something you can do.
Throw them in some
You can always look if he had like papers or anything like that on him.
Just in.
Yeah, so he has teaching books and like papers and seems like he was prepared to teach about etiquette and whatnot.
It's more like
And, a few personal effects. Halen certainly has like his plate armor. It was well fitted for him and everything. As for like hidden papers and documents and such, doesn't really seem like he has much of anything. He has, however, a little sort of around his neck. He has a little ring in a chain. Though the ring is just a blank golden ring.
He was married.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Oh.
it's too late now to get feels for him.
No, I don't get it.
You use your destiny point to bring him back to life. And kill
Live,
him
not
again.
dead.
No, I don't.
I know of a creepy witch that can.
Wait, it's best if I did. It'd be weird if I have. Nothing special about that ring.
Not that you can see now. No engravings or anything. It's gold. I mean, that's nice.